from Jackson State. Coach, are you with us?
Yes, I am. How you doing this morning?
We're doing well, Coach. Good morning. If you could, first of all, talk about last week's game against Tulane in New Orleans, and if you could preview this week's opponent, Alabama State.
Well, it was a disappointing loss. I felt we were ready to go in there and play a solid football game. We just couldn't get going. We couldn't change any type of momentum and make a ball game out of it. I felt that we went 3 quarters scoreless and had opportunities. Now the opportunities were there, and I think sometimes it deflates you when opportunities are there in front of you and you don't get in the end zone, and so it kind of takes a lot away from you, for 3 quarters. And so we had 4 interceptions and 3 fumbles and 2 were taken away. So with a team like Tulane and then with the speed and the size that they had, you just can't give the game away like that. And I just thought that we kind of made it a little easy for them, and put them in scoring situations and allowed them to kind of control the game. And the kids played hard. They fought hard. They fought to the end. I mean, I didn't think there was any quit there, but we just too many mental mistakes. We expected some mistake out of our young guys who were playing, but not in those. But they came in critical situations where we could have gotten in the end zone and made a ball game, maybe 13-7, when the game was riding like that, and you punched one in, but we never got a chance to really put our foot through the door. And so we have to come back and look at film, and we got the game experience. That's what's positive about some of it, and we know where we stand right now. And who can play and who can't play, and so it's going to help us down the long run. But we got a big game coming up with Alabama State, and they're a good football team. And so, we just got to try to plan as best we can and, work through late hours and make sure we try to put our guys in the best position possible to win a football game.
The floor is open now for Jackson State head football coach Rick Comegy. Coach, have you ever...
It's Ty Miller from Sheridan Broadcasting.
Hey, Ty, how you doing?
I'm good, Coach. Despite losing to Tulane this past weekend, and they say most of the time, I've heard coaches remark that the teams make the most improvement between the first and second weeks. How much improvement do you expect your team to make this week?
I think we should jump leaps and bounds because we've been working extremely hard, and we got a chance to sit with the players, and they see. I mean, they were highly disappointed. We had some guys playing that was first-time players like Murphy. Was playing guard in the offensive line, and another guy by the name of Jadell Roy, his first time out there, up front, and just getting that game experience, trying to, get control. Even though we only had 1 sack, we just didn't gel. It didn't gel. It just didn't gel for us, and where we could do some of the things we wanted to do, and their defense. Came to play. They came and did a fine job. I'm not taking anything away from Tulane. I mean, they played hard, and the guy is a pretty good football team. But it showed that we're somewhere in that realm, somewhere in that mix that I think we can play. And it just we just need to go ahead and try to improve on that, keep watching film. And, I think they thought they were going to beat us something like 68-0. But I showed that, our defense played well in spots, but we gave up big plays, on, third down plays especially kind of hurt us in critical situation as well, where they came and got that third down. If we shut them down there, we might have been in good position. So we got to improve on those type of things. And what we're doing, too, as coaches, and what we're calling to stop those third down plays. And so, and I just think that we just got, as a staff, we got to check ourselves first. And then we look at the kids because we can't blame it all on the kids. We got to check everything, the whole organization, everything we're doing, and make sure that we're doing the right thing.
Coach, are you happy about what your defense did this week, particularly when it comes to rushing with yielding only like 3.7 yards per carry?
I'm fairly pleased with that. I think we could have done more things, and if we'd have filled holes quicker. We just didn't. Sometimes we sat and watched, and there was things there that we needed to fill as linebackers, and just filling quicker. I would like to see us doing. I think we'd have had a lower percentage, but overall, I think the kids played pretty well, Ty. But again, with the big play situation, we had more yardage than they had as far as total yardage. We ran more plays. We had more time of possession. We had, but they won the game, and we just have to look at those things and see what we can do to help our kids be in position to get in the end zone and correct the mistakes that we did make in the run game.
And Coach, I know it's early in the week and you haven't had a whole lot of time to take a look at Alabama State or their team this year, but what kind of comes to mind most when you take on a Reggie Barlow coach team?
Well, they're going to be rough, tough, fast, quick, and there's going to be great design, and they're going to be a good, normal, tough Alabama State team. They're tough kids. The Warriors, they want to come to play. They're picked to win the conference. So even though that there's a sense of pressure there, they play hard because of they want to stay on top, and so you're going to have to play a clean, solid football game and not make a lot of mistakes. And if we do the same thing we did at Tulane, it's going to bounce. Everything's going to bounce back again. We got to score when we need to score. If they're scoring, we got to score. If they're not scoring, we still got to score. And we just have to try to make a football game out of it. With a lot of passion. And that it's not. It's almost the way you say, well, boy, they got their money's worth today. Type game. And we got to play football. And last week we had a chance to. Emotionally, we were out there trying, but we never did get a chance to step inside the house. But hopefully we can play some ball here and get a chance to, make a great game of this particular weekend and hopefully come out as winners.
Coach, since you're still there, I do want to ask you about one of your former players, Marcus Bernard, this past weekend released by the Patriots. Do you know whether or not he is going to try to keep up his football career?
I believe so. Marcus Bernard is a football player. I don't think he's ready to give it up just yet. He got released by the Patriots, but I believe somebody will pick him up. His pass rushing ability and the use of his hands and quickness will keep him around the league for a few more years. And he just is a truly a football player. And so it's disappointing that, the Patriots let him go, but I think someone needing a defensive end of that style, that pass rushing kind of guy, that will see that and pick him up.
Coach Comegy, this is Nick Birdsong from AL.com.
I'm sorry, who is it?
This is Nick Birdsong from AL.com.
Yes, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. Last year, I know you guys were able to have some success running the ball against Alabama. They did a good job against Jacksonville State. Had a pair of good running backs. I know Kevin Ramsey is the defensive coordinator there. Just what do you know about his defenses from years past, and how important do you think it's going to be to run the ball against them?
Kevin Ramsey is probably one of the premier defensive coordinators, around, and I'm saying in any conference, and so he's going to mix it up, and do some things that that'll try to keep you at bay, and you just have to kind of strike at the right time with him, as far as his sets and kind of know what he likes to do. You got to chart him. You got to make sure that you have hopefully grab a hold of some of his tendencies that he likes to do, where you can be successful. But he's going to have the defense always ready to play, and he's known as a defensive guru. And when we realize that, and we know our hands are full, and so we've played against him a few times, so we have film of him and his background, but yet and still. The way he coaches hard and gets those kids motivated, and they move fast for him. So I know that much about him.
Coach Comegy, we appreciate your time on the call, and good luck to you this weekend against Alabama State. Again, that game.
Well, thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much, Coach. We look forward to talking with you on Monday.
Yes, sir. Take care.